Hi, thank you so much for choosing the free website design audit service offered by WP Vendor. So I am going to give you my honest feedback for SMP Nutra. So this is a supplement manufacturing partner, and let's see what's going on here. Okay, my honest feedback would be that there are some good things and quite a few improvements that we can do. Uh, but if I were you, I would definitely consider, not immediately, but maybe for 2024, that you go for a complete home page or your primary pages revamp. I haven't looked at the inner pages much, but as far as the home page is concerned, this definitely, for especially 2024, this needs a revamp. The reason why I'm saying you need a revamp at some point very soon, because the overall design is bit dated, and there are a lot of design issues if I get really critical. um, but if this is something acceptable overall in the industry, and giving a revamp of this design might hurt your conversions, which you are very confident, then you can obviously stick with this. But looking at as far as critically for design and as a company that seems to be doing very good and doing a lot of providing amazing services, there definitely needs to be a lot of improvement. Let's start with the top section here. This header, what we can do here is I would suggest maybe uh, making this search, because we already have this search here. Maybe removing the search from here and just adding the phone number uh, right next to the code. So this way, right now, this number seems to be, I hardly noticed it just now. I just realized there was something going on up here. So this seems like it was just somehow squeezed, because we didn't find any place here, so we just kind of dropped it over there. There's no proper um, spacing, like the search. There's no proper alignment, the logo and the what you call menu items here, and then there's like this number going on the top, and then search, and there's too much going on in this tiny space. So at least on the home page, you can remove the search from here, because you already have a search here, big search here, so it doesn't need that. So, and you can replace that with the phone number, and you can just change this with the call icon, um, the call icon, and maybe yeah, that's for the number here. um, I think the video is a good idea, but you want to also add some sort of overlay, so the text stands a bit more prominent. um, Maybe make it a little bolder, I guess that will work. But maybe adding some sort of overlay, subtle. You don't have to make it too dark, but subtle overlay can help this hero area stand out. And search bar is too extended. I don't know if there's a good reason other than that there are these options up here, down here. Maybe that's why you wanted to have these stretched out. I would recommend going like squeezing the size a bit. This is not normal, especially like unless there's like multiple. There's search, keywords, category, location, blah blah blah. That makes sense. Just one search bar where maybe people will just type like tablets or something. That may Okay, I see. Okay, this is the reason, I guess, because then users can see these options. Okay, But still I would say a lot of these options doesn't have a really long title, so I will play around with it. Yeah. This one I would highly recommend maybe going with some either icons or images. So it's more visual than just text. Um, yeah, people like try to see visuals and then they click on it instead of they have to read everything. Um, yep. Then the other thing that I can point out here is like there's too many call to action here, right? This is the search here, the get a code, all of them are green color. There is no sort of color hierarchy where or um, you want to direct user to one most important call to action. Uh, so this could be get code could be something like this, like the overlay color should be the actual color, so different from other colors, other call to actions or button, because that is probably as far as I'm concerned, that is probably the most important button. Get a code. It could be search as well. So yeah, just differentiate. And if you add images or icons, then definitely this will help um, as well. Now um, I guess here what we are doing is again in custom supplement manufacturing, it's better to use images in your industry. These these icons, unless they are custom designed by like for your website, for that purpose I wouldn't recommend. I will encourage you to consider using real images as well. Make it more visual. It could be people, it could be whatever item, machine, bot, box, or capsules, or whatever that is. Use visuals. I haven't seen your website on the homepage using this purple. This is the only place where I see this purple, and it's kind of like when I mouse over, this text stays that color. I would prefer that this text turns white. It's more legible on this kind of dark color if you really want to use this kind of purple. Here, what you want to do is actually your reviews. You have these reviews, I was just checking, sort of hidden under this. Somebody has to click on this and they have to scroll through these and they have to see what's going on. Instead of that, I would recommend doing something like this, like these superior supplement manufacturer guys have it, something like this, which is they highlight. The first thing that they do is they have these logos, and then they again some logos, and then they have one of their, I guess, reviews highlighted, sort of like with my business, it's bold, big, and then they have all these additional reviews, versus what we have here is it's not a good idea. Just making sure you have all these reviews before this section. Maybe here between this section you can have all these reviews scrollable, like how they have it here with images, especially if you can just use the ones which has images in it, like this. Maybe you can find the higher resolution images and use those instead of just these tiny circles. Use a bigger images of people. um, if you can find some of these images or badges that you're using are lower pixel ones, they're pixelated, try to find a higher resolution or get that done. You can use Canva or whatever, get that done. Things like having a line, and then even if I zoom out, yeah, we have this line here. It's fill out this form, and there's one word that is in the next line. It's better to just make this whole thing in two lines, just have, instead of having one thing, or just make it shorter. So things like that. And seems like we're trying to use parallax effect here. uh, this green, I mean, we are using different shades of green. Yeah, I mean, that's something I would and the other problem I notice is this thing here. Look at this. I guess I don't know, maybe I zoomed in, I'll actually say, yeah, that's fine. So this is a light green color that we are using here, right? Light green, and the text on it is also light green. So it's a bit hard to read this. It's not, yeah, clearly, this versus this. It's hard. This is much better to read. I can read custom capsule very easily. This is, I have to um, sort of figure it out, kind of. Yeah, it's hard to read things like that. And if you're using two buttons, if you really need to use two buttons side by side, try to go with one solid button, and the other, either you can do two solid buttons. These are two solid buttons with the background as solid, with different colors, or you can have one solid and the other one outlined, so there's no background, only there will be outline of that button. And basically, if I had, yeah, something like this search button, basically outline. And yeah, maybe I can show you somewhere here. Yeah, this is a ghost button. This is a ghost button. This is a ghost or outline button, or these are like, so you can go something like that. So there's contrast. One button is solid, one is ghost or outline button. Same here. um, and some of the places, like here, you have spacing issues. You need to be consistent with your spacing. This good spacing, good spacing, good spacing, bad spacing. There's no space above it. And honestly, the parallax effect that you're using with the image in the background, uh, it's quite dated now. Not a lot of modern websites use, at least not the way you are using on it, honestly. So if you want to use it, only use it in few places and just have a white background, especially when you're trying to promote your products and stuff. Like, this is very critical sections. I would just keep it white background. This way the shadows, what you have here, will be clearly visible, and the buttons as well. Yeah, so that's my this is good. These stuff could actually be on the way on the top instead of hiding somewhere on the bottom. Some of these, if you our clients, these should be something on the top. Shark Tank, all this good stuff. I think you're hiding. It seems like you're hiding all this stuff towards the end, which should have some, like, you can repeat it, some of the stuff down the road, down the page, but you can have a section like these guys had earlier, something like that, smaller one, and the bigger colored version you can have it bottom, towards the bottom. um, yeah, that helps a lot. And yeah, again, just go through the text. Whatever you don't need, just optimize it or remove it. Here we have 3 call to actions, same colors, no contrast, everything same color, and that is, again, not very legible. Like, this is good, this is a good contrast, bad contrast. You have all these, I guess you already showed up there. Yeah, I would say, yeah, fix few of these things. Consider, honestly, consider a redesign, overall revamp, to give a, because honestly, there are a lot of things that can be improved on this website, and only a designer can really do that job as in a fresh, like, fresh design. But yeah, congratulations. Yeah, last thing, like, the typography, there are a lot of issues with the typographies also. So I'm not going to get into too much of that, because we'll, will take forever. So basic things that I pointed out about Google reviews: put some logos up here, fix the header, uh, the navigation, and this is a problem also when it's scrolling. you can actually when it's scrolling, you can make the header menu navigation a compact, like it can go become compact, like it's you can remove some of the stuff while it's scrolling, and the logo can squeeze a little bit or shrink a little bit while it's scrolling, because I don't know how it looks on mobile, but I'm pretty sure it might have some issues. So yeah, I guess let's work on the home page, and then maybe we can go take a look at the other pages.